Hey everyone! First of all, I just want to take a second to say thank you for 17 followers. This journey is just starting. We're diving deep into psychology, attraction, mindset, and confidence. All the things that shape who we are and how we connect with others. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of the new videos I'll be sharing every week about understanding people, building confidence, and creating real attraction through emotional intelligence. Your support means everything. Let's grow this community together from 17 to 1,000, one honest, inspiring video at a time. Thank you for being here. Let's begin. Introduction: the hidden science of attraction. Attraction has often been treated like a mystery, something magical, unpredictable, and impossible to explain. Yet, beneath the surface of that mystery lies a deep, well-studied psychological reality. What draws men toward certain women isn't random. It's the outcome of evolutionary instincts, emotional triggers, and subtle behavioral cues that shape how men perceive connection, value, and desire. Most people assume attraction begins with appearance, but psychologists and neuroscientists have proven that it's rarely just about looks. A woman's energy, presence, confidence, and emotional expression all play equally powerful roles. These qualities activate specific responses in the male brain, responses rooted in thousands of years of human evolution. A confident woman with warmth in her tone and curiosity in her eyes can often outshine someone considered more conventionally beautiful. Why? Because her behavior activates parts of the male brain responsible for reward, curiosity, and motivation. When men feel emotionally challenged yet comfortable around a woman, they enter a psychological pursuit. They want to understand, impress, and connect. This book will teach you how to harness that psychology. Why understanding male psychology matters. Attraction is not manipulation, it's communication. Every woman gives off signals about her mindset, emotional maturity, and self-worth, whether she intends to or not. Men, consciously or unconsciously, interpret those signals. The woman who understands this dynamic gains a natural advantage, not because she is pretending to be someone she is not, but because she learns to express her best qualities in ways that align with how the male brain perceives them. For instance, a woman's confidence communicates safety and status, qualities men instinctively respect. Her playfulness activates a man's dopamine system. He associates her with joy. Her mystery triggers curiosity, the mind's most powerful motivator. Her feminine emotional intelligence provides comfort and contrast to masculine energy. Understanding these dynamics gives you clarity, not to manipulate men, but to express your authentic self in the most magnetic way possible. The 3 pillars of attraction. Psychologically, attraction rests on 3 pillars: biological triggers, physical traits, and signals of health, vitality, and fertility that naturally draw male attention. Psychological triggers, personality traits, confidence, and emotional patterns that influence how men feel when they're around you. And social triggers, the way others perceive you, your environment, and the energy you carry in social settings. Throughout this book, you'll learn how to use these pillars harmoniously, never through fake tactics or scripted behavior, but through genuine alignment between your inner confidence and outward expression. Attraction versus attachment. Another key distinction. Attraction makes a man notice you, but connection makes him stay. Many women can attract attention, few sustain it. Understanding the psychology of attraction allows you to build both, drawing men in and creating emotional depth that keeps the spark alive. This book will help you move beyond the surface of attraction and into the deeper world of emotional and behavioral psychology. You'll learn not just what attracts men, but why, and how to embody that knowledge effortlessly in your daily life. What you'll discover in this book. Each chapter reveals a specific dimension of attraction, how confidence rewires perception, the subtle emotional energy that triggers pursuit, the psychology of mystery, communication, and body language, how social proof shapes male desire, and finally, how to maintain attraction over time. You'll also learn practical steps and psychological exercises to embody these principles, not just read about them. At the heart of everything is one timeless truth. Men are drawn to women who are emotionally rich, confident, and authentic. When you understand this and learn to express it, you don't chase men. They are drawn to you.
Chapter 2: The Science of Male Desire. For centuries, poets, philosophers, and scientists have tried to explain what draws men to certain women. While culture, upbringing, and personality all play roles, modern psychology and neuroscience reveal that desire follows patterns, predictable, measurable, and surprisingly simple. At its core, male attraction is not only visual or sexual. It's an emotional, chemical, and cognitive process. A man doesn't just see a woman, he feels her presence. His brain releases neurotransmitters, his attention sharpens, and his decision-making shifts. He begins to perceive her as someone special, valuable, or even irreplaceable. Let's break down the psychology behind this powerful reaction. 1. The evolutionary blueprint of attraction. From an evolutionary standpoint, men evolved to seek partners who signaled health, vitality, and emotional stability, traits that historically increase the chances of survival and reproduction. That doesn't mean attraction is primitive or superficial. It means it's deeply biological. Men's brains are wired to subconsciously notice facial symmetry, signals genetic health; clear skin, bright eyes, and healthy posture, signs of vitality; feminine movement patterns, gentle gestures, rhythmic walking, relaxed energy; warm tone of voice, soft yet confident, signaling approachability. However, attraction today goes far beyond reproduction. The modern man's brain is influenced not only by evolution, but also by social psychology. He desires women who bring emotional value, empathy, intelligence, mystery, and strength. In other words, biology might light the spark, but psychology keeps the flame alive. 2. The chemistry of desire. When a man feels attraction, several brain chemicals are released. Dopamine, the pleasure molecule. It spikes when he experiences excitement, novelty, or challenge. A confident, mysterious woman activates this system effortlessly. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It increases when he feels trust, comfort, or eye contact. Warmth and emotional intelligence trigger it. Testosterone, the drive hormone. It rises when a man feels a mix of desire and pursuit, when a woman stimulates both his passion and curiosity. These chemicals create a loop of craving and reward. The man begins to associate his elevated emotional state with the woman, making her feel unforgettable, even if he can't explain why. 3. The psychological triggers of attraction. A. The power of confidence. Confidence signals security. Men are biologically drawn to people who appear emotionally stable and self-assured. When a woman walks, speaks, and behaves with quiet certainty, she triggers the male brain's status recognition circuits, the same ones activated by success and achievement. Confidence tells him, she doesn't need me, she chooses me. And that difference makes all the difference. B. The feminine energy dynamic. Psychologists describe attraction as a dance between energies, masculine and feminine. Masculine energy thrives on direction, logic, and pursuit. Feminine energy thrives on emotion, flow, and connection. When a woman expresses warmth, curiosity, and emotional openness, she creates a polarity, a contrast that awakens a man's instinct to approach, protect, or engage. This doesn't mean submission. True feminine energy is receptive, not passive. It invites rather than chases. C. The role of mystery. The human brain is addicted to the unknown. Studies show that uncertainty increases dopamine release, the same chemical involved in love and addiction. When a woman reveals herself gradually, who leaves room for curiosity, keeps the male brain active and invested. When everything is predictable, desire fades. But when a man feels that there's more to discover, emotionally or intellectually, his attraction deepens. 4. Visual triggers and the male brain. Men are more visually wired than women, not because they're shallow, but because the male brain processes visual cues faster and links them to emotion through the amygdala. However, research shows that context amplifies visual attraction. The same woman can appear more desirable depending on her body language, relaxed posture, open gestures, confident stride. Her environment, being socially admired, seen with friends, or expressing passion for something. Her facial expressions, genuine smiles, eye contact, and micro expressions of joy or curiosity. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. Men notice the energy behind the expression, the spark of aliveness that says, "I'm comfortable being me." 5. Emotional stimulation, the true driver. Physical attraction may capture attention, but emotional stimulation creates bonding. Men fall for the way a woman makes them feel. When a man feels admired, ego validation, inspired, curiosity and challenge, safe, emotional acceptance, excited, novelty and playfulness, he starts to link those emotions to her identity. She becomes the source of those positive feelings. That's why attraction isn't built on looks alone. It's built on emotional chemistry. The woman who knows how to trigger emotion, not just attention, becomes unforgettable. 6. Modern shifts in male desire. Unlike in past centuries, men today value traits that reflect emotional intelligence and partnership. Modern attraction includes ambition and independence, signals self-worth, empathy and humor, emotional connection, confidence with softness, balance of strength and warmth. The men of today desire women who can be both strong and gentle, logical and intuitive. The psychological balance that reflects maturity. 7. The takeaway. Desire is both science and art. Attraction isn't manipulation. It's the art of alignment, understanding how your authentic energy interacts with the male psyche. When a woman honors her individuality, embodies confidence and warmth, balances mystery with emotional presence, she activates the deepest parts of male desire, biologically, psychologically, and emotionally.
Chapter 3. Confidence, the Universal Magnet. If attraction were a language, confidence would be its most powerful word. It speaks before you do, through the way you move, sit, smile, and even through the silence between your words. Confidence is magnetic because it communicates something the human brain craves: safety, certainty, and value. For men, Confidence in a woman doesn't just signal that she believes in herself, it tells his subconscious that she knows who she is and doesn't need external validation. That emotional independence is what makes her irresistible. 1. Why confidence triggers attraction. From a psychological standpoint, humans are drawn to stability. When a woman radiates confidence, she activates the male brain's safety and admiration circuits. She becomes someone a man feels emotionally anchored around, calm yet stimulating, strong yet approachable. In evolutionary psychology, confidence signals high mate value. It says, I can handle challenges. I have options. I don't seek approval, I seek alignment. This automatically changes the power dynamic. Men are not drawn to women who chase or seek validation. They are drawn to women who choose, because that choice feels like a reward. 2. The neurology of confidence. Neuroscience tells us that confidence changes body chemistry. When you believe in your worth, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, creating a calm, elevated state. That balance projects outward, in tone, expression, and movement. People mirror the emotions they perceive. When a woman feels calm and self-assured, a man's mirror neurons begin to synchronize with hers, subconsciously feeling the same stability. He doesn't consciously think she's confident. He feels it. 3. The difference between true and performed confidence. Many confuse confidence with loudness or dominance. In truth, real confidence is quiet. It doesn't demand attention, it attracts it. Performed confidence is constant self-promotion, talking over others, needing validation, seeking control out of insecurity. True confidence is comfortable with silence, speaks when needed, listens when curious, accepts rejection without internal collapse, expresses warmth without fear of appearing too soft. True confidence is relaxed. It comes from self-trust, not ego. 4. How men perceive female confidence. Psychologically, men interpret female confidence through nonverbal cues more than words. Here are key behaviors men subconsciously notice. Posture, shoulders back, chest open, grounded stance. This signals assurance and comfort in one's body. Eye contact, a steady gaze shows presence and control, not dominance, but connection. Facial expressions, calm, subtle smiles convey emotional security. Movement, smooth, unhurried gestures communicate comfort and poise. Tone of voice, even, warm, slightly lower-pitched voices are perceived as more confident and soothing. When a woman embodies these traits, the male brain associates her with emotional leadership, someone who can handle life with grace. 5. How to build genuine confidence. Confidence can be learned. It's not an inborn trait. It's a habit of mind, built through repetition and self-awareness. Here are evidence-based steps from cognitive psychology. A. Master self-talk. Your inner voice shapes your external presence. When your thoughts repeat self-doubt, your body expresses hesitation. Train your brain by reframing. Instead of I'm not enough, say I'm learning and evolving. Instead of what if he doesn't like me, say I'm evaluating if I like him. B. Embrace small wins. Confidence grows through action, not theory. Set achievable daily goals, speaking up in a group, maintaining posture, initiating conversation. Each small success rewires your neural pathways towards certainty. C. Release comparison.
Social comparison activates the brain's pain centers. Confidence begins when you compete only with your past self. Ask, am I becoming more authentic today than yesterday? That's growth, and growth is attractive. D, practice presence. Anxiety is a projection into the future. Confidence lives in the present. When men find presence irresistible because it creates emotional intimacy. When you truly listen, make eye contact, and respond from your authentic emotion, you become magnetic. 6, the balance of confidence and warmth. Confidence without warmth becomes arrogance. Warmth without confidence becomes insecurity. The sweet spot lies between assured yet kind. Research shows that men find women most attractive when they combine assertiveness with empathy. She speaks her mind, but with emotional intelligence. She sets boundaries, but without hostility. This balance stimulates two parts of a man's psychology: respect from her strength, comfort from her kindness. The result? A rare, powerful form of attraction that feels both exciting and safe. 7, the psychology of self-worth. Underneath confidence lies self-worth, the belief that you deserve love, respect, and good treatment simply because you exist. Self-worth frees you from chasing attention, proving yourself, or fearing rejection. When a man senses that you're not defined by his validation, he sees you as emotionally independent and paradoxically becomes more drawn to you. Because the truth is, men don't fall for perfect women. They fall for women who are certain of their worth. 8, practical confidence rituals. Here are practical rituals psychologists recommend to reinforce authentic confidence. 1, power posture. Stand tall for 2 minutes daily. It reduces cortisol and boosts testosterone. Harvard study, 2010. 2, gratitude rehearsal. Name 3 things you value about yourself every morning. 3, slow movement. Move slightly slower when walking or gesturing. It signals composure. 4, intentional eye contact. Hold eye contact for 2 to 3 seconds before looking away. It deepens connection. 5, micro-success reflection. Before bed, list small wins of the day. Confidence grows through awareness, not perfection. 9, confidence as emotional safety. To men, confidence feels safe. It says, I can trust her with my emotions because she's steady. When a woman radiates self-trust, men instinctively open up, even those who usually guard their emotions. That's the unspoken truth of attraction. Confidence is emotional gravity. It pulls people toward you not because you chase, but because you stand still and shine.
Chapter 4: The Power of Mystery and Challenge. Attraction thrives in the space between curiosity and clarity. It's not born in what is fully known, but in what is partially hidden. This is why mystery and challenge have always been powerful triggers of male desire, not because of games or manipulation, but because the human brain is wired to chase what it doesn't fully understand. When a woman becomes a little unpredictable, emotionally layered, and selective with her attention, she triggers the male instinct for pursuit. His brain begins to associate her with excitement, anticipation, and reward. In psychological terms, she becomes the variable reward, the most addictive kind of stimulus. 1, the psychology of curiosity. The human brain is addicted to unanswered questions. Curiosity activates the dopaminergic system, the same system involved in love, gambling, and motivation. Men feel most drawn to women who make them wonder. When everything about you is predictable, your schedule, your responses, your emotions, the brain relaxes. But when there's just enough uncertainty, it stays alert, attentive, and emotionally engaged. Mystery is not about hiding who you are, it's about revealing yourself gradually. Like a good book, you turn the pages one at a time, letting curiosity grow organically. 2. Why men love the chase. From an evolutionary and psychological perspective, men are motivated by pursuit-based reward. In primitive times, effort and challenge were linked to survival and success. Hunting, competition, achievement. That same neurological wiring exists today. When a man invests effort in getting to know a woman, emotionally, mentally, or romantically, his brain releases dopamine. He begins to value her more because he's invested in the process. This doesn't mean you play hard to get. It means you value your time, your emotions, and your presence, and you make him earn intimacy step by step. The goal isn't to make him chase endlessly, but to create a natural rhythm of give and withhold, share and pause, reveal and surprise, the dance that fuels desire. 3. The law of scarcity. The scarcity principle in psychology states that people place higher value on things that seem rare or exclusive. When something or someone is always available, the human brain subconsciously perceives it as less valuable. Being too accessible too soon disrupts the natural rhythm of attraction. When a woman has her own life, passions, and priorities, she signals abundance, and that emotional independence creates scarcity. Because it tells a man, you are welcome in my world, but my world exists with or without you. That mindset is deeply magnetic. Scarcity isn't about withholding affection, it's about having boundaries and self-respect. When you prioritize your time and emotional space, men instinctively rise to meet your value. 4. The subtle art of mystery. Mystery doesn't mean silence, secrecy, or manipulation. It means dimensionality, having depth that can't be grasped all at once. Here are ways to cultivate it naturally. A. Emotional layering. Don't reveal every thought or feeling immediately. Let emotional expression unfold naturally. For example, when he asks about your past, you can share gently, with glimpses, rather than a full autobiography. It creates intimacy, without oversharing. B. Intellectual depth. Talk about your passions, interests, and perspectives. Let him see your curiosity and intelligence, but keep exploring new things. A woman who continues to evolve remains endlessly fascinating. C. Unpredictable warmth. Sometimes initiate contact, other times let silence speak. Not to manipulate, but to show that your world doesn't revolve around him. That independence creates tension, the healthy kind that keeps attraction alive. 4. The balance between mystery and coldness. Many women fear that being mysterious means being distant, but in truth, coldness kills curiosity. Men don't chase indifference, they chase potential. The difference is subtle, but important. Mystery says there's more to discover. Coldness says there's nothing here. The most magnetic women master this balance. They're open enough to invite connection, yet private enough to keep discovery alive. They make men feel like explorers, not employees. 5. Challenge as emotional stimulation. A healthy challenge keeps a man emotionally invested. Men enjoy earning respect and affection, not because they want difficulty, but because effort gives meaning. When a woman sets boundaries, holds standards, and doesn't rush intimacy, she communicates self-respect. That challenge signals that her attention is a reward, not a right. Behavioral studies show that when people work harder for something, they value it more. The same applies to attraction. Emotional investment increases perceived importance. Here's what healthy challenge looks like. You take time to respond because you're genuinely busy, not pretending to be. You don't immediately agree with everything. You express your views honestly and kindly. You don't rush to fix discomfort in conversation. You let tension build naturally. Challenge isn't cruelty, it's composure. 7. Why mystery deepens long-term attraction. In relationships, many couples lose attraction because they lose mystery. They become emotionally transparent to the point of predictability. Sustaining long-term desire requires keeping individuality alive. Continue having your own passions, friends, and projects. Continue learning, growing, surprising. When a man sees you evolving, he feels the same excitement he did when he first met you, because you remain slightly unknown. Mystery isn't about creating distance, it's about keeping movement. Love stagnates when there's nothing new to explore. 8. The psychological equation. Curiosity equals connection. When a man is curious, he pays attention. When he pays attention, he invests emotionally. When he invests emotionally, he attaches meaning. And where there is meaning, there is attraction. Mystery and challenge, when expressed with warmth and authenticity, build this emotional sequence naturally. The goal isn't to make a man chase endlessly, but to keep the relationship alive through a sense of discovery about you, about him, about life together. 9. In summary, mystery keeps the male brain active. Challenge keeps it engaged. Together, they transform attraction into emotional pursuit. Remember, be open but not transparent. Be warm but not available to all. Be authentic but also unpredictable. When you live with curiosity, boundaries, and depth, you naturally awaken the same in others. Men don't fall for mystery because it hides. They fall for it because it invites. The promise of endless discovery wrapped in emotional grace. Chapter 5. Communication Psychology. How to speak to a man's mind and heart. Attraction may begin with looks or energy, but it deepens through communication. Words have emotional fingerprints. The way you speak, listen, and respond determines how safe, inspired, or emotionally engaged a man feels in your presence. Men don't fall for words themselves. They fall for the emotions those words awaken. Psychologically, communication is not about information, it's about connection. In this chapter, we'll explore how a woman can use emotional intelligence, verbal nuance, and body language to create chemistry that feels effortless, sincere, and unforgettable. 1. The science of emotional communication. The human brain processes emotional tone faster than literal meaning. Studies in affective neuroscience show that people register how something is said before they process what is said. This means that your tone, facial expression, and energy during communication matter more than the content of your words. Men, in particular, respond strongly to tone because of how their brain processes emotional cues. While women generally use both hemispheres of the brain to decode speech, men rely more on the right hemisphere, the emotional and tonal side. That's why warmth, calmness, and emotional steadiness are more powerful than persuasive arguments. 2. Listening, the most attractive form of communication. Listening is not a passive act, it's an emotional mirror. When a man feels heard, he experiences a powerful psychological effect called validation, the sense that his thoughts and feelings have value. Many men rarely experience deep listening in daily life. When a woman listens, truly listens, she creates a rare sense of emotional safety. How to practice active listening. Maintain eye contact, shows presence and interest. Nod or smile subtly to signal engagement. Reflect his emotion, like, "That must have been frustrating," or "That sounds exciting." Pause before responding. Silence shows confidence and attentiveness. When a man feels emotionally understood, he associates that comfort with you. It's one of the most potent emotional bonds you can create. 3. The power of voice and tone. Your voice is a psychological instrument. A soft, confident, and expressive tone activates the parasympathetic nervous system in men. It calms anxiety and builds trust. Harsh, defensive, or overly fast speech patterns can trigger the opposite, the fight or flight response. Psychological tips for vocal attraction. Speak slowly. Pace suggests composure. Lower your tone slightly. Deeper voices are perceived as confident and soothing. Add warmth through subtle variation. Monotone voices feel detached. Pause intentionally. Silence adds weight and mystery. Your voice should flow, not rush. Calm energy is more seductive than speed. 4. The art of emotional mirroring. Emotional mirroring is one of the brain's most powerful bonding tools. Humans possess mirror neurons, which cause us to subconsciously mimic the emotions of those around us. When you mirror someone's mood or energy without imitation, you create unconscious rapport. For example, when he's excited, you reflect enthusiasm. When he's serious, you soften your tone to match his energy. When he's quiet, you respect the silence instead of forcing conversation. This creates emotional alignment, making him feel understood on a deep, intuitive level. 5. Curiosity, the spark of connection. Most women try to impress men by expressing. The secret is in asking. Curiosity signals humility, intelligence, and genuine interest. It makes the other person feel important, a basic human need. Effective psychological questions. What made you decide to do that? How did that experience change you? What do you enjoy most about that? These types of questions move beyond surface-level talk. They invite storytelling, which activates emotion and memory, the two strongest pillars of attraction. 6. Humor and playfulness. Laughter is emotional glue. Humor releases endorphins and dopamine, creating feelings of joy and safety. Men associate laughter with connection and chemistry. Playfulness is not immaturity, it's emotional flexibility. It shows you can switch between depth and lightness, a balance that keeps interactions fresh. Simple teasing, shared jokes, or playful challenges build tension and comfort simultaneously, the ideal mix for attraction. 7. The vulnerability, the bridge to emotional intimacy. True connection requires a degree of vulnerability, openness without oversharing. When you reveal a small insecurity, fear, or dream, you invite him to lower his guard too. For example, I always act confident in crowds, but honestly, I get a little nervous before walking in. That kind of statement humanizes you. It triggers empathy rather than pity. Psychologically, vulnerability activates oxytocin, the bonding hormone, in both people. It transforms attraction into emotional depth. 8. The role of boundaries in communication. Boundaries are not barriers, they are signals of emotional health. Men naturally respect and trust women who communicate boundaries clearly but kindly. For example, "I really enjoy talking with you, but I also need my quiet evenings sometimes." This shows self-respect and maturity, qualities that build long-term attraction. 9. Common communication mistakes that weaken attraction. 1. Over-explaining. It signals insecurity. Trust your words to stand on their own. 2. Interrogation-style questioning turns conversation into pressure. 3. Sarcasm or negativity creates emotional distance. 4. Competing for dominance triggers defensiveness instead of chemistry. 5. Needing constant reassurance signals emotional dependency, not depth. Remember, attraction thrives in emotional ease. Communication should flow, not convince. 10. How to speak to a man's mind and heart. The most powerful way to connect is to combine intellect with emotion. Men crave both stimulation and softness, conversation that challenges their mind while soothing their spirit. You can achieve this balance by expressing opinions confidently without aggression, sharing emotions honestly without drama, using humor to diffuse tension, ending conversations on an emotionally positive note. Humans remember the ending emotion they felt with someone more than the words themselves. 11. The golden rule of attraction: emotion before logic. Men fall for how you make them feel, not what you say. When communication feels emotionally charged, even subtly, it becomes memorable. The male brain may forget your words, but it won't forget the warmth, playfulness, or depth of your energy. 12. Summary: the psychology of magnetic conversation. Speak with warmth, not rush. Listen with presence, not anticipation. Use curiosity to awaken connection. Show vulnerability to invite depth. Maintain boundaries to earn respect. When you master emotional communication, you don't need to persuade anyone to like you. They feel drawn to your energy, naturally. Communication isn't about controlling attention. It's about creating an emotional atmosphere where attraction can breathe. Chapter 6. Physical Presentation and First Impressions. The Subconscious Language of Attraction. The human brain forms a first impression in less than 1 second. Before a man even processes your words, his subconscious has already assessed dozens of visual and sensory cues: posture, facial expression, scent, tone, color, and energy. While attraction isn't only about looks, physical presentation is the gateway to perception. It shapes how a man feels around you long before communication begins. In this chapter, we'll explore the psychology behind first impressions and how subtle changes in body language, appearance, and energy can make you effortlessly magnetic. Number 1. The psychology of first impressions. The first impression activates a brain mechanism known as the thin slice judgment. Rapid evaluations formed in under 1 second. These judgments are based not on logic, but on emotional pattern recognition. Men, evolutionarily, are visual processors. They read movement, expression, and proportion before words even reach consciousness. That's why chemistry often feels instant. It's your brain responding to nonverbal cues that signal warmth, health, confidence, and fertility. But here's the secret: physical attractiveness is not fixed. It's interpreted through emotional context. A confident woman with expressive body language and relaxed energy often appears more beautiful than someone conventionally attractive but emotionally closed. Number 2, confidence, the invisible beauty. Confidence is the foundation of visual attraction. It's not arrogance or perfection. It's comfort within your own body. When a woman walks, sits, or speaks with presence, it communicates emotional safety. Men subconsciously associate that calm energy with high value and mental stability. Confidence triggers in body language. Shoulders relaxed, not stiff. Chin slightly up signals pride, not defensiveness. Open palms or visible hands, subconscious sign of honesty. Slow, deliberate movements suggest self-assurance. Even more than beauty, confidence is what anchors attraction. Number 3, the psychology of posture and movement. Your posture communicates far more than your clothes. In fact, research from Princeton University found that confident posture increases perceived attractiveness even more than facial features. Attractive movement patterns are fluidity, smooth, unhurried movements show comfort and control. Groundedness, keeping both feet stable, communicates balance and inner strength. Gracefulness, gentle gestures and steady breathing project calm energy. Subtle mirroring, adapting your posture slightly to match his, creates subconscious rapport. Remember, your body is always speaking. The question is, what is it saying? Number 4, facial expression and eye contact. Facial expressions are emotional signals, and men read them instinctively. A relaxed, expressive face triggers feelings of warmth and openness. Psychological micro-expressions that attract. A soft smile signals safety and playfulness. Slight eyebrow raise shows curiosity. A head tilt, a universal gesture of feminine warmth and interest. Eye contact deserves special mention. It's one of the oldest nonverbal seduction tools known to psychology. Maintaining gentle, sustained eye contact, 2 to 3 seconds longer than usual, activates the limbic system, the brain's emotional center. It releases small doses of dopamine, the pleasure chemical, linking the interaction with reward. Number 5, the role of style and color psychology. Clothing is a nonverbal message. It communicates self-respect, energy, and identity. Psychological insights on style. Red stimulates passion and dominance, associated with vitality and attraction. Black suggests mystery, sophistication, and authority. White communicates purity, confidence, and calm. Soft colors, beige, blush, pastels, evoke gentleness and approachability. Choose styles that express your inner identity rather than imitation. When your external appearance reflects your authentic energy, it creates harmony, and harmony is subconsciously perceived as beauty. Number 6, grooming, scent, and the power of detail. Cleanliness and small aesthetic details activate a man's biological attraction triggers related to health and fertility. Men often can't identify why they're drawn to a particular woman's scent or glow. It's biological. Psychological attraction factors are scent, natural or soft floral or musk scents evoke intimacy and memory. Skin glow, a sign of vitality. It subconsciously signals health. Hair movement, flow and shine are often processed as life indicators. Minimal, clean details, well-maintained nails, subtle jewelry, etc., signal care and self-respect. These elements aren't superficial, they communicate unconscious cues of value and energy. Number 7, body language of femininity. Femininity is not weakness, it's receptive power, the ability to attract through presence rather than force. Men respond instinctively to soft, open body language because it signals emotional safety and trust.
Feminine body language patterns are relaxed shoulders and soft hand movements, gentle tilts or head angles during conversation, smiling through the eyes, not just the mouth, known as a Duchenne smile, leaning slightly in while listening, then leaning slightly back while speaking. It creates rhythm. True femininity is balanced, soft, but self-assured. Number 8, the energy factor. Energy is the invisible language of attraction. Your emotional vibration, calm, playful, passionate, or chaotic, is felt immediately by others. Psychologically, men are drawn to women whose energy is coherent. That is, when what she feels, says, and expresses align authentically. No amount of beauty can substitute for emotional energy that feels alive and peaceful. Before entering any social situation, take 10 seconds to breathe deeply, center yourself, and feel gratitude. That inner calm radiates externally and enhances every physical aspect of your presence. Number 9, authenticity over perfection. Many women try to perform attractiveness through exaggerated poses, makeup, or attitude. But performance creates emotional distance. Men are drawn to authentic micro-imperfections, a laugh that escapes unexpectedly, a natural hair touch, a sincere glance. Perfection is intimidating. Authenticity is disarming. When you relax into your real personality, you trigger the most powerful psychological cue of all: trust. Number 10, the halo effect. How perception multiplies attraction. Psychologically, once a man perceives one attractive trait in you, confidence, warmth, humor, his brain unconsciously attributes other positive traits to you as well. This is known as the halo effect. It means that even small positive signals, posture, smile, kindness, can create a full image of desirability. The halo effect is why some people appear magnetic without trying. Every positive cue multiplies the others. Number 11, the role of mystery. Mystery creates psychological tension, the space between curiosity and revelation. When a woman reveals herself gradually, the male brain stays engaged. You don't have to hide who you are. You simply need to pace the revelation of your story. Let him earn deeper access to your world. This taps into a primal psychological mechanism, the reward pursuit system, which releases dopamine when we chase something of perceived value. Number 12, summary, the psychology of physical presentation. First impressions form in seconds. Use them wisely. Confidence is your strongest beauty signal. Movement, tone, and scent speak louder than words. Femininity is emotional openness, not passivity. Authenticity and mystery sustain long-term attraction. When a woman feels at ease in her body and expresses herself authentically, she doesn't need to impress anyone. Her presence naturally commands attention.
Chapter 7, Emotional Intelligence and Feminine Power. How to keep his interest after the first impression. Physical attraction might spark a man's attention, but emotional intelligence keeps his focus, respect, and loyalty. Men are stimulated by beauty, but bond through emotion. When a woman understands and regulates emotions, both her own and his, she becomes the emotional center of gravity in a relationship. This chapter reveals how to use emotional intelligence, EQ, and feminine emotional power to keep attraction alive long after the initial chemistry fades. Number 1. What is emotional intelligence in relationships? Psychologists define emotional intelligence as the ability to recognize, understand, and manage emotions, both in oneself and others. In relationships, it means you can sense what your partner is feeling without them saying it, respond calmly under emotional pressure, express vulnerability without losing self-respect, create a sense of emotional safety and stability. Men are drawn to emotionally intelligent women because they represent security in a chaotic world. Attraction might start with adrenaline, but long-term love grows in emotional peace. Number 2, the feminine advantage, emotional awareness. Research shows that women generally possess higher emotional awareness and empathy than men. This gives women a biological advantage in connection, but only when balanced with self-control. When emotional sensitivity turns into reactivity, it can repel rather than attract. The secret is not to suppress emotions, but to channel them. A woman who can feel deeply without losing composure is rare and deeply magnetic. Psychological principle. Men subconsciously associate emotional calm with strength and trustworthiness. Your calm energy allows a man to relax his defenses, and when he relaxes, he opens up emotionally, something most men rarely do. Number 3, the power of emotional containment. Men are not attracted to emotional perfection, but to emotional containment, the ability to experience emotion without being overwhelmed by it. Examples: instead of reacting in anger, you express disappointment with clarity. That hurt me, and I'd like to understand why. Instead of demanding reassurance, you express need calmly. I feel disconnected right now. Can we talk about it? Containment builds emotional respect. It communicates, I feel deeply, but I control myself. That balance of feeling and restraint is what makes a woman both feminine and powerful. Number 4, understanding the male emotional world. To keep a man emotionally invested, you must understand that men process emotions differently. They often withdraw when overwhelmed, not to punish, but to self-regulate. They seek solutions rather than sympathy. They interpret tone more than words. So when a man pulls away, an emotionally intelligent woman doesn't chase or panic. She gives space, trusting the bond. When he returns, she welcomes him with calm openness. That emotional rhythm, distance and return, is natural in masculine psychology. Number 5, the art of emotional influence. Emotional influence is the ability to shift someone's emotional state without force. It's not manipulation, it's leadership through energy. How to influence emotionally. Use positive reinforcement. Appreciate what you like instead of attacking what you dislike. Use tone before words. Calm energy diffuses tension faster than logic. Mirror his emotions slightly, then lead him to a calmer or lighter mood. Example: if he's irritated, don't respond with equal intensity. Mirror his seriousness briefly, then speak softly. The contrast will disarm him. That's emotional mastery, guiding without controlling. Number 6, maintaining emotional polarity. Polarity is the invisible dance between masculine and feminine energy, the emotional tension that keeps attraction alive. When both partners act from the same energy, both trying to lead or both being passive, attraction fades. To sustain polarity, you must embody your feminine energy, receptive, intuitive, emotionally expressive, while allowing him to express his masculine energy, protective, directional, purposeful. Psychological truth. Feminine energy doesn't chase, it attracts. It doesn't demand, it inspires. It doesn't control, it allows. When a woman embodies emotional openness with self-respect, she activates the deepest masculine instinct to protect, cherish, and win her trust. Number 7, emotional mystery. Men are wired to be explorers, mentally and emotionally. When a woman reveals everything too soon, every thought, fear, or plan, she removes the sense of mystery that drives pursuit. Mystery isn't secrecy, it's emotional pacing. Reveal parts of yourself gradually, like unfolding a story. Let him discover you. Each emotional layer revealed through time creates a sense of depth, and men fall deeply for women who feel endless to explore. Number 8. Emotional grounding. Staying calm under stress. Every relationship will test emotional balance, disagreements, miscommunication, insecurity. The key skill is grounding, maintaining emotional stability during conflict. Grounding techniques. Take slow breaths before responding. Speak with calm certainty instead of emotional speed. Ask questions instead of accusations. Pause if emotions rise. Silence is powerful. When you can remain centered while he loses control, you become the emotional anchor of the connection. That dynamic builds deep admiration and trust. Number 9. Emotional reciprocity. Giving and receiving emotional energy. Healthy attraction flows in both directions, giving and receiving emotional energy. Many women overgive emotionally, trying to earn affection. But when you give too much without receiving, you create imbalance, and men sense it as emotional neediness. True feminine power lies in allowing yourself to receive attention, compliments, care, or effort without guilt. Psychologically, men bond through investment. When they give time, effort, and emotion, their attachment deepens. So, by allowing him to give, you deepen his emotional commitment. Number 10. Emotional honesty versus emotional drama. Emotional honesty builds intimacy. Emotional drama destroys it. Honesty says, "I felt hurt when that happened." Drama says, "You never care about me." Honesty invites connection. Drama creates distance. Men, who often struggle with emotional complexity, respond best to simple, clear expression. If you communicate emotion calmly and specifically, you earn his respect and his openness. Number 11. Emotional growth together. Attraction lasts when both partners evolve together. You can subtly encourage emotional growth by celebrating his vulnerability, discussing lessons rather than blaming mistakes, and supporting his ambitions while keeping your own. When a man feels that you challenge him without shaming him, he emotionally commits on a deeper level. Number 12. Summary: the psychology of emotional power. Emotional intelligence is more attractive than physical beauty. Calm energy communicates strength. Empathy and boundaries must coexist. Emotional pacing and mystery sustain interest. Receiving love is as powerful as giving it. When you master emotional intelligence, you don't need to chase or impress. You become the emotional gravity that pulls him in, effortlessly. Feminine power isn't about control. It's about emotional influence, the ability to stay soft without being weak, strong without being cold, and loving without losing self-respect.
Chapter 8. Psychological Triggers of Desire. How to activate deep attraction in a man's mind. Desire is not random, it's psychological. Behind every man's attraction lies a web of subconscious triggers wired into his emotional and biological systems. While love grows from compatibility and respect, desire grows from psychological stimulation, the emotional and mental excitement that keeps him curious, invested, and longing for more. This chapter explores the key psychological triggers that awaken deep, lasting attraction in men and how to use them authentically. 1. The dopamine principle, the psychology of reward. Every feeling of excitement or spark in attraction is linked to dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. Dopamine is released when we experience something novel, challenging, or uncertain. That's why the early stages of romance feel intoxicating. Unpredictability triggers reward circuits in the brain. To keep desire alive, you must sustain the sense of emotional novelty. not by playing games, but by keeping things interesting, unexpected, and emotionally rich. Psychological tip: alternate predictability, warmth, safety, with surprise, playful teasing, new experiences, spontaneous affection. The goal isn't chaos, it's emotional variety. That's what keeps the dopamine cycle alive. 2. The challenge trigger: earning emotional investment. Men are biologically wired to value what they work for. Psychologically, effort increases attachment, a phenomenon known as the IKEA effect. We value what we build ourselves. When a woman gives too much too soon, emotionally, physically, or socially, the male brain subconsciously devalues the connection because no effort was required. The feminine principle of challenge: don't reward inconsistent effort. Allow him to initiate sometimes. Appreciate, but don't overpraise minimal gestures. Challenge doesn't mean coldness. It means maintaining standards. A man's attraction deepens when he feels he must earn your emotional intimacy. 3. The admiration trigger: the need to feel significant. Every man has a deep psychological need to feel respected and admired. This isn't vanity, it's tied to masculine identity. When a woman expresses admiration for who he is, not just what he does, she activates his core self-worth system. Examples of admiration that inspire: I love how focused you are on your goals. You always make me feel safe. It's rare. You think differently than most men. I like that. These statements validate his masculine identity without exaggeration. Admiration fuels desire because it awakens pride, and pride is tied to attraction. 4. The autonomy trigger: respecting his freedom. Nothing kills male attraction faster than emotional control or pressure. Psychologically, men link freedom with identity. When a woman respects his independence, his time, space, or goals, he associates her presence with peace, not confinement. In practice, encourage his passions without jealousy. Avoid constant need for reassurance. Give him space, and trust he'll return. Freedom builds trust, and trust deepens desire. When a man feels emotionally free with you, he chooses to return, again and again. 5. The novelty trigger: emotional adventure. Men crave emotional novelty, new experiences, new sides of you, new stories. When everything feels predictable, desire fades into routine. How to create novelty: explore new places together, show different sides of your personality, playful, serious, adventurous. Shift the emotional tone, laughter one moment, quiet intimacy the next. The brain associates novelty with attraction, because novelty equals vitality. A woman who keeps life fresh keeps a man's desire alive. 6. The emotional safety trigger. Despite stereotypes, men crave emotional safety, the ability to express themselves without judgment. Most men are taught to suppress vulnerability. When a woman offers safety without pity, she becomes unforgettable. How to create it: listen without trying to fix him. Avoid using his vulnerabilities against him later. Reward openness with calm acceptance, not interrogation. When a man feels safe to reveal his real self, he bonds deeply. Safety doesn't reduce attraction. It intensifies emotional trust, which is the foundation of lasting desire. 7. The feminine energy trigger. Masculine and feminine energies are psychological opposites that attract. Masculine energy is focused, directional, and goal-driven. Feminine energy is fluid, emotional, and expressive. When you express your natural femininity through softness, empathy, playfulness, and emotional awareness, you activate his protective and devoted instincts. Ways to radiate feminine energy: move slowly and gracefully. Speak from emotion, not just logic.
Express joy openly and authentically. Allow him to lead sometimes, while still keeping your self-respect. The contrast between energies is what keeps desire electrified. 8. The mirror neuron effect. Emotional contagion. Humans subconsciously mirror the emotions of those they're near through mirror neurons in the brain. When you radiate calm confidence and joy, he unconsciously feels those states too. This is why emotionally grounded women feel magnetic. They regulate the emotional environment. Psychological rule. The person who controls their emotions controls the emotional atmosphere. Your energy becomes his emotional weather, and men are drawn to women whose presence feels emotionally elevating. 9. The belonging trigger. Emotional inclusion. Men may appear independent, but they crave belonging, a sense of being seen and accepted. When you make him feel like he belongs in your world, you tap into his primal need for connection. How to activate belonging? Use inclusive language like we, us, together. Acknowledge small contributions he makes. Build shared rituals, songs, jokes, phrases, or habits. When he feels he's part of something larger than himself, he emotionally commits beyond logic. 10. The tension release cycle. All desire operates in a rhythm, tension and release. Psychologically, the brain needs contrast to feel intensity. Flirting, playfulness, light teasing, they create tension. Warmth, affection, and reassurance, they release it. Too much tension causes anxiety. Too much release causes boredom. Master the rhythm, and you master the art of keeping attraction alive. 11. The rarity trigger. Scarcity and value. Scarcity increases perceived value. It's a well-documented psychological law. When a woman is selective with her time, attention, or affection, her presence becomes valuable. If she gives emotional energy to everyone, it loses weight. Practical application. Don't be available 24/7. Say no sometimes. Protect your personal goals and priorities. Men are drawn to what feels rare, not because it's unattainable, but because it feels precious. 12. Summary. The architecture of desire. Desire is not random, it's psychological. Dopamine thrives on novelty and challenge. Admiration and respect fuel masculine identity. Freedom, mystery, and emotional safety sustain long-term attraction. Feminine energy, emotional regulation, and value perception keep the flame alive. A woman who understands male psychology doesn't manipulate, she inspires it. She doesn't chase love, she evokes it.
Chapter 9. The feminine power of emotional intelligence. In every meaningful relationship, what ultimately determines success isn't looks, wealth, or even shared interests. It's emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, often called EQ, is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage both your own emotions and the emotions of others. It is the invisible force that governs communication, conflict, and connection. And when it comes to attraction, especially between men and women, EQ is what turns chemistry into connection and connection into commitment. Section 1. Why men crave emotionally intelligent women. Men may not consciously say, "I want a woman with high EQ," but they instinctively feel it. An emotionally intelligent woman provides 3 experiences that are profoundly rare in modern relationships. Emotional safety. She doesn't overreact, attack, or humiliate when conflict arises. Understanding. She can see beyond a man's surface behavior to his emotional needs. Balance. She expresses feelings clearly, without drama or manipulation. When a man senses these qualities, his nervous system relaxes. He feels drawn to her not just as a partner, but as a sanctuary, a space where he can drop the armor he wears in the outside world. Psychological truth. Emotional safety is one of the most powerful drivers of male attachment.
Men stay where they feel emotionally understood and accepted. Section 2. The 4 pillars of emotional intelligence. According to modern psychology, emotional intelligence rests on 4 foundational pillars. 1. Self-awareness, understanding your own emotions and triggers. 2. Self-regulation, managing impulses, reactions, and emotional storms. 3. Empathy, feeling and understanding what others are experiencing. And 4. Social skill, communicating with influence, calmness, and authenticity. Let's explore how each of these plays out in attraction and relationships. Section 1. Self-awareness, the mirror within. A self-aware woman knows what she feels and why she feels it. She doesn't project her insecurities onto men, she reflects on them and responds with maturity. For example, if a man takes longer than usual to reply, she doesn't spiral into panic or anger. Instead, she observes her emotional response, I feel ignored, and manages it internally. High self-awareness equals emotional stability equals unshakable attraction. Men are deeply attracted to women who carry calm emotional energy. It signals strength, self-control, and maturity, qualities that trigger trust and respect. Section 2. Self-regulation, grace under pressure. Every relationship faces moments of tension, disagreement, or frustration. The difference between lasting attraction and emotional burnout lies in how you respond. A woman with high EQ doesn't suppress emotion, she manages it. She communicates her boundaries or disappointment without destroying emotional safety. Instead of yelling or withdrawing, she might say, I felt hurt when that happened, and I need to understand your perspective. This calm assertiveness is magnetic. It shows strength and sensitivity, a rare and powerful combination that deeply appeals to masculine psychology. Section 3. Empathy, seeing through his eyes. Empathy is the ability to step into another person's emotional world. For men, who are often less encouraged to express feelings openly, empathy from a woman feels like emotional sunlight. When you respond with understanding rather than judgment, it disarms defensiveness. He feels seen rather than attacked, respected rather than controlled. Empathy transforms conflict into closeness because it creates a bridge between your emotional realities. It's not about agreeing with him, it's about understanding him. Empathy is emotional seduction through understanding. Section 4. Social skill. The art of emotional communication. Social skill means being emotionally fluent, knowing how to express feelings in a way that invites connection, not chaos. This includes tone of voice, timing, body language, and the ability to read subtle cues. High EQ communication looks like using I feel statements instead of blame, knowing when to speak and when silence is more powerful, calibrating your energy to match or soothe his emotional state. Men often describe emotionally intelligent women as easy to be around. What they really mean is she knows how to connect without pressure. Section 3. Emotional intelligence in attraction. Psychologically, attraction is about emotional reward. When a man feels emotionally fulfilled, he associates you with comfort, excitement, and safety, all at once. Here's how EQ enhances attraction at each stage. Early stage, you create curiosity by being emotionally composed and authentic. Mid-stage, you deepen connection by showing empathy and understanding. Long-term, you sustain attraction through communication, trust, and balance. EQ doesn't just make relationships smoother, it makes them addictive. Because few people can truly regulate their emotions, the one who can becomes unforgettable. Section 4. Emotional triggers and how to handle them. Everyone has emotional triggers, experiences that awaken old insecurities or fears. When you understand and manage your triggers, you stop unconsciously sabotaging attraction. For example, if you fear abandonment, you might cling too tightly. If you fear rejection, you might appear emotionally cold. High EQ women recognize the trigger, pause, and reframe it before reacting. This emotional discipline is rare and incredibly magnetic. The more emotionally grounded you are, the more men feel safe to fall deeper for you. Section 5. Turning emotional intelligence into feminine power. Emotional intelligence, when expressed through feminine energy, becomes soft power, influence through understanding rather than force. This is what ancient psychologists called affective dominance, the ability to lead emotionally while appearing effortless. Here's how it manifests. You diffuse tension with empathy instead of escalation. You maintain mystery by controlling emotional exposure. You inspire him by modeling emotional maturity. A woman who masters this art doesn't chase or manipulate. She attracts effortlessly because her energy is calm, nurturing, and self-assured. Summary. Emotional intelligence is not just a skill, it's an aura. It radiates safety, confidence, and understanding, creating a psychological bond stronger than physical attraction. To build it, be aware of your emotions, regulate reactions under pressure, practice deep empathy, communicate with clarity and calmness. When you embody emotional intelligence, you don't need to impress men. They naturally feel drawn to your energy. Because in a world full of emotional chaos, a calm woman becomes unforgettable.
Chapter 10. Becoming Irresistible. The Psychology of Lasting Magnetism. Being irresistible isn't about perfection, manipulation, or external beauty. It's about energy, the invisible emotional frequency that communicates confidence, joy, and authenticity. Men may first notice how you look, but they stay because of how they feel when they're around you. True magnetism isn't loud. It's quiet, calm, and deeply self-assured. It comes from a woman who knows her value, expresses her emotions gracefully, and lives her life with purpose, regardless of who notices. Let's explore how to embody that energy in every aspect of your being. Number 1. The inner foundation of irresistibility. Every genuinely magnetic woman shares one psychological trait: self-trust. She doesn't depend on validation to feel worthy. She chooses to believe in her own value. When you trust yourself, you stop chasing approval, you make decisions confidently, you project emotional safety and strength. Men sense this instinctively. Self-trust creates a nonverbal signal that says, "I am enough." And the human brain, wired for social cues, reads that as status and emotional security. Confidence isn't about proving your worth. It's about quietly knowing it. Number 2, the magnetic mindset. To become truly irresistible, you must develop a mindset that merges feminine softness with emotional strength. This mindset can be summarized in 3 words: grace, growth, and gratitude. Grace. Handle situations with calmness. Let your words and tone carry warmth instead of judgment. Growth. Constantly evolve, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Nothing is more magnetic than a woman in motion. Gratitude. Appreciate life and people genuinely. Gratitude radiates joy, and joy is contagious. When your mindset vibrates with grace and positivity, your energy becomes irresistible to everyone, especially men seeking emotional warmth in a cold world. Number 3, the art of self-expression. Men are not only attracted to beauty, they are drawn to expression. A woman who laughs freely, speaks with passion, and expresses emotion confidently awakens deep instinctual curiosity. Don't be afraid to smile fully. Speak your mind with warmth. Move with intention. Use body language that reflects openness and poise. Your gestures, tone, and rhythm
all communicate emotional health, the core of attraction. Men fall for women who make them feel alive, not just impressed. Number 4, the feminine mystery. Mystery isn't about playing games. It's about emotional depth. It means you reveal layers of yourself over time, allowing discovery and curiosity to thrive. Ways to maintain feminine mystery. Speak with intention, not excess. Keep your ambitions and emotions partially private until trust is earned. Show confidence in silence as much as in speech. Mystery keeps a man's imagination engaged, and imagination is the engine of attraction. Number 5, emotional radiance. Your emotional tone, how you feel most of the time, is what people actually respond to. If you carry anxiety or bitterness, others feel tension. If you radiate peace, joy, and warmth, others feel safe and drawn to you. Emotional radiance comes from inner balance, from taking care of your mental and emotional health. To cultivate it, practice mindfulness or meditation. Journal your emotions rather than suppressing them. Surround yourself with positive energy, people, music, environment. When your internal world feels good, your external presence glows. That glow, calm confidence, is pure magnetism. Number 6, the energy of desire and independence. Men are most attracted to women who want them but don't need them. Desire without dependency creates irresistible tension. Independence says, I'm happy on my own, but I'd love to share my happiness with you. That sentence summarizes the psychology of long-term attraction. It triggers admiration, respect, and emotional pursuit because you become a choice, not a necessity. Number 7, the authentic connection. Nothing sustains attraction more than authenticity. When you are real, when you show your quirks, emotions, and thoughts without pretending, you make others feel safe to do the same. Authenticity invites emotional intimacy, and intimacy, not performance, is what bonds two people beyond physical attraction. Pretending attracts attention. Authenticity attracts hearts. Number 8, the law of emotional reciprocity. Attraction is a mirror. You receive what you project. If you project confidence, warmth, and curiosity, the world mirrors it back through respect and admiration. If you project insecurity or fear, others unconsciously pull away. Becoming irresistible starts with giving the energy you wish to receive. It's a daily choice to love, to grow, to express joy. When you operate from that emotional frequency, life and love flow toward you naturally. Number 9, the psychology of presence. Presence is the rarest and most captivating quality of all. It means being fully here, in your body, in your emotions, in the moment. When you truly listen, when you meet someone's eyes without distraction, when your attention is grounded, you become magnetic. Why? Because presence is power. It's the opposite of neediness. It's pure self-possession. And in that state, men feel both peace and intrigue. A present woman makes time stop. Number 10, the final transformation. At the end of this journey, becoming irresistible isn't about becoming someone else. It's about returning to yourself. The confident, intuitive, radiant version of you that has always existed beneath layers of doubt or conditioning. You now understand what attracts men on a biological and psychological level, how confidence, mystery, and empathy create emotional pursuit, how to maintain attraction through independence and growth, and how emotional intelligence makes you unforgettable. Being irresistible isn't a strategy, it's a state of being. It's the energy of self-love expressed through presence, grace, and emotional mastery. When you embody that energy, you don't chase love, you become love. And in that state, the right man will not only notice you, he will recognize you. Final reflection. The most magnetic women are not the ones who demand attention. They are the ones who give peace, and in doing so, become unforgettable.